Okay, so hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Chill Talks podcast where conversations happened. Wow, mas maiksi na siya. So I am your host, PJ, and welcome to another segment na tinatawag namin Chill React. So I think matagal-tagal rin since we've done this, and once again, ang favorite ninyong host, the best podcasters in the Philippines, Miss Reniza
No.
Gonzalez of Equip Podcast in Game and in Life, joining us in this episode of Chill React sa Iza. Nag-usap na
Hello
naman tayo.
again.
Kamusta?
We're back.
Yeah, we're back. Kamusta?
I'm okay. Pretty interesting week, but
Mhm.
I think same tayo na experience-ish this week. But I am grateful now we're able to just record again. I think I just
Yes.
want to be able to talk about, and think about something else also.
Oh, true. Yung tipong it gets our mind off of the things that causes us stress. Kasi talagang,
Yeah.
very, very
Yeah.
stressful tayo outside of our work and work, personal lives and everything. Okay. So, speaking of that, kasi, ano yun, I don't know when this will be released, but this is recorded on a Thursday. So, nagkatotoo yung meme na, I shared a meme earlier on Monday na 4 days na lang, Friday na, and seeing it manifest, naaaliw lang ako.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So, enough about tangents. Nagta-tangent
Dude,
na
alam
tayo.
mo ba? Like,
Sige.
tagal ko nang iniisip na sorry. Like, I've been feeling that it's Friday since Tuesday. Like,
Nagmamanifest
ako rin,
ka.
inaabangan ko na rin yung Friday.
Nagmamanifest ka na. Yung tipong, ako nga rin, Monday pa lang, nagsa-self-actualization na ako na Friday na ngayon. That's why always,
Oh my
that's why I'm always in a good mood kahit bad trip ako. Or kahit stress na ako.
Oh my
Kasi,
God.
you wanna know the secret of happiness? Imagine it's Friday every day. Okay, wait lang. Speaking of stress, overcoming stress and everything, challenging yourself. In this episode, we're going to react to the podcast episode of How Bad Do You Really Want It by Roy Caturla in his podcast called Keep Going. Tama? Yeah, Keep Going by Roy
Yeah.
Caturla. So this is a very short episode. Again, sa mga bagong rinig pa lang nito, this is how Chill Reacts work. We tend to talk about the topic but not the entire point by point of the episode so that papakinggan nyo pa rin yung official episode na nire-reacta namin. So thank you kay Roy for allowing us to react to your episode. We highly appreciate it. Okay, so Isa naman. Sa'yo ko naman ibabalik yung tanong. Kamusta ang feeling mo after you listened to this episode ni Roy?
Oh my gosh. Not gonna lie, I think I listened to this episode at a very good time. I listened to this at night, and then I was at the point kasi we're in. Okay, so I think this needs a bit more of a backstory. The past month kasi has been really rough for me. Like, feeling ko talaga I was on a roller coaster of like ups and downs, and there were relatively more downs for me last month, or like the past month. And when I listened to this episode kasi, I was like really reflecting on if I wanted to push through with this one thing na I've been planning to do. As in, last month ko pa siya iniisip gawin. I'm not gonna share what it is yet kasi di pa siya official. And so, parang I was like, shucks, ayokong... Like, there was a part of me na wanted to quit, or like yung parang I have this bad habit kasi of suddenly not wanting to push through with something. As in, yung tipong I'll make excuses for myself na I can't do this right now. I have other things to do, ganyan. And I found myself in that situation again when I listened to this episode. And I was so grateful na ito yung topic na binigay ni Roy. Shout out to you, Roy. Hello. Because, diba, his topic is like all about how much do you really want this? And then, shocks, feeling ko, like, sobrang natamaan ako dun sa mga sinabi niya. Kasi napaisip talaga ako. As in, talagang tinanong ko yung sarili ko. Na, nga, like, how much do you want this pa? Like, why did you even bothered to start this last year. Like, what's like it's been months na since
Mhm.
you tried and you put in stuff. Pero bakit ngayon ka pa magde-decide na ayaw mo nang ituloy? Ganon. As in, sobrang, sobrang napa-reflect ako on that question. Like, how much do I really want this? And I don't know, I just really felt motivated after that. As in, right after that, like, something that I like to do kasi, in order to, like, motivate myself or, like, inspire myself is I legit go on Pinterest and then
Mhm.
I search for motivational quotes or, like, very nice calming visuals. And then after listening to that episode, that's what I did. And then I was like so hyped up. I felt so much better. And, like, a part of me was energized. And so yeah, I felt really good after listening to this episode. But I think it's really because of the timing of it, and also just the message that Roy said there was like really what I think I needed to hear at the
Mhm.
time. So yeah, very inspired si ate girl nyo after
Kaya
that.
'di ba? Gano'n ka-effective yung episode na ito. So, sa mga nakikinig, please do listen to the full episode. O, simpleng ano 'no,
Yeah.
simpleng plug lang
How about
kay Roy.
you?
Actually sa'kin nung pinakinggan ko 'tong episode ni Roy, one of the things he mentioned was that he started working out. So, sa part ko,
Mm-hmm.
I'm on the process na. I think I've been working out for I guess almost a month mahigit. Parang binalik ko
Yes.
ulit yung tipong ang body goals ko is yung talagang super jacked, ripped, yung tipong pang-anime character na katawan, pero the more I do it, every time I work out every day, na-realize ko na I don't want that kind of body. Yung tipong gusto ko lang yung, alam mo yun, dad bod pero maskulado. And lately, minsan di ko na nga napapansin yung katawan ko while I'm working out. Just working out lang. And magugulat na lang ako na I feel more confident. I feel more mentally aware, and napansin ko yung posture ko gumaganda. Tapos
Yeah.
recently I posted an image na may suot akong damit na sweatshirt na after a few years nagkasya na ulit sa akin ng
Yeah.
kasi nung niregalo sa akin yun, as in, na super sikip sa akin dahil sa laki ng katawan ko, hindi nagkasya. Pero lagi kong dala-dala yun. Tapos eventually, nag-decide, nung nakita ko siyang nakahanger, sabi ko, sige, masusuot kita. So, decided to push myself little bit by little bit. Then eventually, nagulat ako na, nasuot ko na rin pala siya. So, parang, it really relates dito sa episode natin kay Roy is that how bad do you really want something? Pero syempre, in that question, we also have to ask ourselves then, Isa, now when do you think should you stop then? Kasi even
Ooh.
though we really want something, tas gagawin natin ang lahat in order to achieve that, pero when will we know na kung saan we are harming ourselves just to prove na kaya na gusto pa rin nating marating yung gusto nating abutin?
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Interesting. Shocks.
So parang
Wait, so the question is, when do you think you're supposed to quit?
yes, parang di naman quit actually. Parang when do you think should we pace ourselves din? Kasi pag sinabing how bad do you really want it, if you really want something bad, parang you will go to great lengths to do it, tama?
Yeah.
Sometimes you sacrifice your time, your finances, your hours, your body. So parang at what point can we say na okay, we should take a rest while pursuing something that we want?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I used to think about this a lot. Kasi alam mo yung parang before na super uso yung makikinig ka sa mga motivational choo-choo. Like, tapos yung energy nila super energetic and like, parang pinapagalitan ka or like, alam mo yun,
Oo.
yung tono nila is pasigaw.
Oo.
Ganon. Tapos diba they always say, keep going, never give up, like,
Mm-mm.
give it all you got, cha-cha-cha-cha. And then, that used to work on me. Like, I would feel also motivated after I would listen to one of those. But then there was a point, I think it was in beginning of 2020. So medyo di pa nagla-lockdown nun. Like, parang annoying na siya when I hear people talk that way. Kasi yung nasa isip ko at the time was like, parang super extreme na siya to the point na you end up neglecting, or you end up forgetting that there's so many aspects that come into chasing your dreams or pursuing your dreams that they don't get um emphasized enough. So parang yun nga, if masanay ka na, yes, give it all you got, sacrifice everything,
Mhm.
just like focus on one thing and nothing else but that.
Mhm.
I think that is a bit too extreme because I don't think we can get a fulfilling life, or at least um a life that is as fruitful as it could be, if you only focus on the work, on the goals that you want to achieve, and then
Mhm.
disregard personal stuff, family, relationships, your well-being, spiritual well-being, your physical health. Kasi nga, before, or at least for me, as in, ang dami talagang nagsishare na, yeah, be willing to sacrifice your time with your family.
Mhm.
You should get a partner that can understand that you don't have time for them. Alam mo,
Ah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
umaabot,
Yeah.
umaabot na sa ganun yung sinasabi nila. Tapos napapaisip talaga ako, like, why can't you have a good balance between all of that? And
True.
so, to answer your question, ano, medyo mahaba yung sinabi ko,
Oo, okay
pero
lang naman. Mm.
I feel like the best time to really step back and assess if what you're doing is really effective is if you start to notice that your actions or your thought process is having a more negative effect on you and
Mhm.
on the people that you care about,
Yeah, I agree with
right?
that.
'Right?
That's
Because
true.
I feel like, sige, sabihin na natin you can, sacrifice everything. What if you end up sacrificing your health, your sleep? And I know that's a common thing if you're busy, but at the end of the day, if your health is bad, you really won't be able to do anything. And a lot of people like to glorify or like romanticize na sobrang pagod na ako, sobrang nahirapan na ako, na shocks, wala akong tulog. And like, why are you proud? Why are you proud of that? Like, that means you're proud that you're not taking care of yourself properly. And when my mindset started to shift more to that, like, you can have a balance, I think that's when it was easier for me to like press pause on things, or yun nga, not necessarily give up, but know that other aspects of my life need attention and not just this one goal that I'm trying to achieve. Alam mo yun?
True.
So, that's for me. What about you?
Sa akin kasi yung I think in order to add dun sa sinabi mo yung mga motivational quotes na you will achieve nothing in life if you just sit there, think of your own thoughts. No, get up, do
Uh-uh.
something, push yourself. If you're not pushing yourself hard enough, you're not pushing it really at all. You're not really dedicated.
Uh-uh.
Nga ganon. If you don't do this, kapag hindi mo to ginawa, you will be a failure for the rest of your life. And you do not allow to be yourself a failure. Dapat you know how to pace, hustle without hustling. Yung tipong ako nga natutulog lang ng isang beses sa isang araw while the world is sleeping, while the world is
Yeah.
partying. I am here keeping the hustle alive because that's how successful people do it. Yung mga ganon. Yung mga ganon.
I love the energy.
Yeah, actually, gustuin ko nga maging ganun. Maggawa ko ng isang podcast, puro lang ganun. puro lang ganun. I think, sa akin din naman, parang, I see it as a sort of investment din. Na, kung saan, you only spend what you can afford. Parang yun ang aking tingin when doing things that I know are for something that I want, na alam ko para sa future ko. Na yung tipong if I balance out my time, I guess so, halimbawa dito sa podcasting, I can only spend 1 hour, 2 hours. That's all I can afford because I still have many tasks to do. Na I still have time for my relationships, for my family, for my friends. Walang nako-compromise kahit isa. So parang if people are offering me, na alam mo, niyayaya akong lumabas pero hindi ako makakalabas because I have certain work to do, lagi ko nasasabi, ay, next time na lang kasi hindi ko pa afford sumama ngayon. So parang ganun. It allows me to separate to separate the task, my dreams, to the limitations that I also have. Na kung saan, I don't spend, yung tipong alam kong ang afford ko is matulog ng 8 oras sa isang araw. If I will sleep less than that, then madami akong mako-compromise ulit na oras, madami akong kailangan i-adjust. Kaya sometimes, pag nagpupuyat ako on a certain task, it's to ensure myself na kinabukasan, wala akong gagawin so that my time can be spent on something else. Something na kailangan kong pagtuunan ng pansin. So that, I still have time to afford of the things na I find memorable sa akin, I find relaxing. That's why I have time to play, to read, to study, to prepare my lessons. Parang ganun sa akin. Na yes, I really want something. Yes, this is my goal. This is what I want in life. But sometimes, I also want to spend what I can afford. Yan lang naman para sa akin. Maybe it's slow, I guess. I think that kind of perspective is kind of slow kasi kumpara naman sa nag-e-effort ka lagi, super extreme, tapos eventually mararating mo rin naman. So parang sa akin, ang tingin ko lang naman dyan, nagbabrush ka ng ngipin. I think this was said by Simon Sinek, so credits to him, na it's all about how consistent then you are in doing what you want or achieving what you want, na ang hindi puputi ang ngipin mo kapag nag-toothbrush ka lang ng 1 beses sa 1 linggo, pero yung pagtututbrush mo ay inaabot ka ng 5 oras. Hindi magigain ang muscles mo kapag nag-exercise ka lang once a month pero 3 hours yung exercise mo. No, usually change happens when you invest little time, then you do it consistently. So parang that's how I manage. Parang sinasabi ko, sumusobra na ito. Sumusobra na yung pag-ML ko. Hindi ko na na-afford yung task ko sa school. Ay, nasasobrahan na itong sa podcasting. Ay, hindi ko na napapansin itong ganito. Ay, sumusobra na ako sa pag-aaral, sa work. Super stressed na ako. So, sumusobra na yung investment kong oras dito. So, doon muna ako sa afford ko muna na relaxation. So, in that way, parang hindi na ako nagpo-procrastinate at hindi na rin ako nagiging negligent sa mga ginagawa ko. So, parang ganun. Usually, ganun lang naman.
Yeah, that's a really cool point. I've never thought of like it as investing in something. But then it makes sense kasi diba, they always say na, time is a currency, so you have to like really manage it well, ganon. But
yung famous quotes na, if you have 87,600 seconds in a day, what would you do? Because the next day, magre-reset na naman siya. Kaya
no.
Yeah. Diba?
But then, I have a question for you. How do you get then to a point wherein, kasi nga, di ba parang, we're so used to seeing the extremes. It's like, yeah, keep grinding, keep putting in the work, never stop. How do you, or like, why do you think we like to, and this is like coming from a perspective of like seeing society as a whole. Why does society as a whole like to take pride in that work, in that struggle, in the hardships that they go through?
Kasi we glorify.
And this is like specifically for like yung extreme na stuff.
An example mo ng extreme?
Ayun, because like I've also seen Elon Musk. He's the one that says that a lot. Na parang when everyone's at home, I'm in the office working. He works like 100 hours a week or more, and like he's super proud of it. So parang why do you think there's a part that becomes really proud or satisfied when we put ourselves through a situation like that? Like, have you ever thought about it?
Yes, I've thought about it. Kasi, I think, sa akin lang naman, personal lang naman ito. Ay, hindi ko na kailangan ng disclaimer. This is...
So, we're on your podcast.
Yeah. So, okay lang. Kasi sa akin, people glorify those kinds of things. Kasi, it's easier to notice the extremes kasi. That's why we glorify triumphs. We glorify achievements, we glorify intense amounts of work, intense amounts of result, because it's easier to notice than the gradual process that it takes to get there. Yung tipong, Yung
Oh.
tipong we admire some, let's say sa bodybuilding, working out, we admire someone's body, lalaki man yan or babae. Masasabi natin, wow, you are so sexy, you are such in great shape. But we never notice the process it takes them to get there. Di natin na-appreciate na, nakailang exercise ka sa mga ganito, ano yung ginawa mo? No, we just say, you're good, you're beautiful, you're handsome. So it's the same with work culture na, wow, you put up so many hours in doing this. That's so amazing. And without noticing the stress, the sleepless nights that it took for that person to get there. So I guess maybe Elon Musk is proud of that kasi not just because na it resulted for him na maganda yung result sa kanya, but it's also sa scope din ng responsibility na meron siya. Maybe I guess that's also a factor. If you have a lot of responsibility, sometimes you exceed more than you can afford.
Mhm.
That's why may mga taong grabe yung puyat, nagtatrabaho ng almost 3 jobs because of the responsibility that they have to carry. So kudos sa ating mga single parents, working students, people who are working beyond what is expected so that they can fulfill their responsibilities. May mga ganun na sometimes people give up the things they want the most, even their dreams, to do what is right.
Mhm.
That is a quote from Spider-Man. Hi, Spider-Man. I think kinote niya yon sa Spider-Man 2 quote yun ng ni Aunt May kay Peter, tas kinote ni Peter kay Doc Ock nung ending. And growing yung based dun sa question mo, I can see it happening right now. Now we glorify the things na it's that is easier to be observed. Diba? That's why it's easy for us to blame poverty. It's easy to us to blame addiction. It's easy for us to blame depression sa mga nangyayaring problema sa mga society natin. But never acknowledging the process, what leads to those matters. Now, we never acknowledge what causes poverty. We never acknowledge what causes depression. We just took the extreme cases and hopefully people would notice it. Mga ganun.
Mhm.
That's why
Wow.
na lulungkot din naman ako sa social media na kung saan many people are advocating to be vulnerable in speaking up their own thoughts. Tama? I think you are also seeing that na if you are feeling something, you open it with someone else, 'di ba? If you need help, you open it up with someone else. Nakikita mo 'yun, 'di ba? Yung mga ganong mga post. And that's all and good. So it's allowing people to be vulnerable, but you should also look at the other side, which is the tougher side actually of life, is that how would you receive those kinds of information kapag may nag-open up sa'yo na they are suicidal, if may nag-open sa'yo na they are depressed, may nag-open sa inyo na they are so problematic, how would you handle that? You're not a therapist. It's either you just sit there in silence, which is good to let the person know that you're there, but at the same time, you're still absorbing the information na sinasabi nila sa'yo. That's why even professional psychologists, nagdi-debriefing din sila. May mga therapist din yung mga therapist natin. They have to be debriefed to be distressed because of them absorbing so many informations. So parang gano'n, nakakaano lang siya. Na we all just see the results but never the process. And I think that will be the case for a long period of time kasi this society, whether we sadly to admit, is a result-oriented society. Diba? We are defined by our results. And sometimes, yun lang. Yung tipong gawin mo ng lahat so long as magawa mo ng tama. So parang ganun. I don't know. I'm speaking out of my ass na. Actually, this episode is released after nung episode na ni-record natin last time, diba? Na, ano yun, yung pag-let go?
Yeah.
Yung parang it really connects with this one then. Kasi if you can let go of something, it means that mas mahalaga yung gusto mo kaysa sa pinangahawakan mo.
Ooh. Oh, yeah.
Diba? If you're willing to let it go, ibig sabihin, mas malaki yung, mas mahalaga sa'yo yung gusto mong marating if you're willing to let things go.
Whoa. You put it down for something that you deserve more.
Yes.
Wow.
Diba?
Taray.
Diba? Nakaano tayo. Shoutout din dun sa unang nating episode na Compare Talk sa low po.
I love the connection.
Mm-mm.
But yeah, I agree now. Now that you pointed it out, we are still very much a results-oriented society. Even though, yes, we are opening up to like enjoying the process and, letting people show the failures and stuff. Overall, I think we're still a bit attracted to seeing the results and focusing on that sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. It's very interesting why this happens.
May mga ganun talaga. And also, are you familiar with I just learned this recently. Are you familiar with the region beta paradox?
No, what is that?
Ang ganda pakinggan, no? It's region beta paradox. Actually, there was a research na kung saan, ang title ng research, I think I'll leave this on the link below so that maano din ng mga tao. Mabasa nyo rin. And you can also read. The research is called the peculiar longevity of things not so bad. This was a research done in the US by Daniel Gilbert, Matthew Lieberman, Morewedge, and Wilson sa Harvard. This is a Harvard research. This is a quantitative research. So parang may experiment sila, may sinurvey sila. But to give the summary of this research is that people are, yung isang experiment na ginawa nila, yung some people were given two options na kapag ininsulto ka ng isang taong hindi mo kakilala versus ininsult ka ng isang taong kakilala mo or very close sa'yo. So parang ang prediction ng research is that yung mga tao na ininsulto ng hindi nila kakilala ay mas matagal ang magiging galit nila doon sa taong yun. Samantala naman, ang prediction naman nila doon sa tao na kapag sinapa ka ng or ininsulto ka ng isang taong close na close mo, ay mas konti lang yung duration ng inis mo sa kanya, ng galit mo. Tama? It was found out that yung research na yun, sa mga nakikinig, just correct me if I'm wrong, it was found out na kung saan mas matagal pala mawala yung inis or galit ng taong ininsulto ng kanilang mas malapit sa kanila compared to someone na ininsulto ng stranger.
Mm-hmm.
Kasi yung tipong, yes, if a stranger insulted you once, eventually it will dissipate. You will forget about it. But if you're insulted by someone na very special sa'yo, it will linger. Na to the point na eventually mag-burst na lang siya. That's why it's called a regional beta paradox, because we still stay with persons, events, or things sa buhay natin na that gives us a certain amount of acceptable discomfort. Alam mo yun, yung tipong may mga taong nag-stay sa abusive relationships because okay lang naman siya, mabait naman siya sa akin minsan, tapos binibigyan niya naman ako ng gift, so parang okay lang naman sa akin na nasasampal niya ako pa minsan, ganyan talaga siya. Tapos eventually naiipon yun until it bursts out of the person, causing more harm. That's why sometimes daw, in order for people to change, they should experience extreme levels of pain and discomfort so that they will proceed to changing themselves rather than accepting tolerable scenarios. Halimbawa, yung tipong mas okay na daw sa isang relationship na mas masaktan or mag-cheat agad yung partner, maka-experience ka ng extreme heartache because it pushes you to move forward with life. Compared mo naman sa isang tao na nasa isang abusive relationship but it is in a point na komportable pa rin siya. They will never get out of that abusive relationship. eventually it will boom into something na detrimental na sa tao. That's why people are not leaving certain jobs kasi ay okay lang naman, tolerable naman yung salary, maganda naman siya, without knowing na nakakabawas na pala yun sa happiness and dreams nila. Sometimes kailangan may mangyari pang event, catastrophic event for them to leave their job and pursue something different. May tinatawag dun nakalimutan kung saan ko narinig. There's a term called uncomfortably numb. Ay sorry, hindi pala uncomfortably, comfortably numb. Na sa sobrang pagiging komportable mo, minsan nagiging manhid ka na. You don't know kung saan ka na,
Right.
you don't know kung saan ka magi-improve and you don't know kung saan ka kailangan magbawas. That's why, hot take, that's why I do not believe in contentment.
I have there's a couple of things that I want to react to there.
Yeah. Sige, I will justify I'll justify muna. I'll justify muna on why I do not believe in contentment. I do not believe in contentment because the definition of contentment sa atin, so we'll just use this definition, is that you accept the things that what we have right now. Tama? We accept the things na kung anong meron tayo ngayon and we are not pursuing anything else. You are content. Hindi ka na maghahanap ng iba. Tama? And this content is kapag hindi ka naman komportable or gusto mo pang if you want to seek something more. That's why I don't believe in contentment kasi we can never be in that state na kung saan happy ka na kung ano yung meron ka. Bakit? Because we still do things, we still act on things in order to maintain what makes us feel the contentment na meron tayo. O let's say, komportable na ako sa buhay ko ngayon. Kontentado na ako sa buhay ko ngayon. But I still have to go to work. I still have to maintain my bills. I still have to maintain my presence. I still have to do my work in order to maintain the level of contentment na nararamdaman ko ngayon. You still have to discipline yourself. You still have to act in order to maintain that level of contentment. So according dito sa regional beta paradox, mas okay ng negative events ang mangyari sa iyo in order for you to move forward. Kasi halimbawa, if something in your life is good, if something is making you feel happy, making you feel glad, making you feel fulfilled in your life, of course, you will do everything in your power to maintain that feeling. Diba? If doing something good makes you feel good, then you will always keep on doing good. If you like the house that you're living in, you like the wages, you like the money you're receiving, of course, you will still maintain the level of performance in order to maintain yung ganung level. And if something bad happens to you, that's why when you reach rock bottom, you have nowhere else to go but up. So gagawa ka ng bagay para mapabuti yung buhay mo. Anything anything in the middle of that is the essence of comfortably numb. You don't know what to improve, you don't know what to maintain, and you don't know what to change. So, parang ganun. Yun ang pinapalabas nung sa research. So, yun lang naman sa akin. Walang disclaimer.
Can you send me a link of this research? It sounds really interesting.
Yeah, sure. I'll forward it to you in the messenger, tapos I'll also send it sa, and it is also provided in the link down below so that you can you can also read the research.
It's so intriguing. But wait, I have a couple of things.
Sige. Sige mo. Mas okay nga yung ganyan. Sige.
Well, no,
What?
I totally, I
Mm-mm.
get what where you're coming from though, and I also get how that relates. When you mentioned ano yun,
Comfortable.
numb,
Comfortably numb. Yes.
comfortably numb.
Comfortably
I
numb.
Okay, gotcha. I kind of felt that way before in terms of like I don't know if it's the exact same thing, but then there was a point kasi back in college when I was someone that felt like I always needed to struggle to like get something worthwhile.
Mhm.
So parang if there was a problem or if there was an issue, whether it was about school or family, finances, whatever, parang there was a part of me that was more comfortable with having problems than not having problems.
Yeah.
And so that's why when I had good days, or like when I had days na parang everything was going well, I would feel weird and parang bakit ganito. And so I that's sort of how I can relate to that concept. But then going to what you said earlier about how or I think it's also relating to the article na people need to experience extreme, like something really bad to happen so that they can be more pushed to change.
Mhm.
I
Mm.
personally, and again, disclaimer, since I'm not a mophead, everything I'll be saying is just based on my experiences in life and my current mindset in life.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Don't come for me.
Uh-uh.
But I feel like we don't have to wait until we experience the worst
Mhm.
to change.
Mhm.
Um, but then this is assuming that you've built a higher awareness of your current life.
True.
So this
Yeah.
is
True, true, true.
um to the point na you understand where you are in your career, your relationship, in your finances, in your family, whatever. Because I feel like yung medyo, I wouldn't say problematic, but concerning part of like saying that oh you have to go through something extreme is it it leaves out the fact that you can still decide to change something
Mhm.
if
Mhm.
you already notice it, that it's not something that you like.
Mhm.
So saan ko ba siya? Anong pwede kong example?
Sige. Sige lang, sige lang.
Ako kasi I've experienced na
Mhm.
yung extreme yung nangyari sa akin, and then dun pa lang ako nag-decide mag-change, and it's um related to health, so medyo malala siya. And I was like, yeah, if I had not, waited until 24 years to understand what my skin condition is, blah 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 blah, I could have probably avoided what's happening to me right now. So parang that's where I'm coming from. Na I really don't think you have to wait for such a negative thing to happen before you decide that you deserve something better in your
Mhm.
life.
Mhm.
And then going to shucks, what was the second thing that you said? Contentment.
Mm. Sige lang, go.
Okay. This is
Disclaimer
what
ulit.
I think about contentment. And no, total respect to you though. Like again, this is just like us
Mm.
exchanging our views, and it's
Yeah, yeah,
totally
yeah. That's
fine
yeah,
that
that's okay. Mas gusto ko yung
we
ganito.
don't think the exact same way, right? And for me though, because this is also something that I had to think about. Like, is it bad to be content with what you have and know that you can strive for more? And this was what was going inside it. This was what go. A bit sorry, English. Where are you? This was what was going through my mind when I was first promoted at my job.
Mhm.
And I was like, ooh, I actually never expected that I would be promoted in my career kasi nga I'm not from a marketing or business background. And then
Mhm.
parang in my head, it felt nice to be promoted, right? Sino ba namang ayaw ma-promote, diba? And I was like, what would happen if I tried to keep getting promoted, in the sense that I would try to upskill or take on a leadership role.
Mhm.
And this was like a back and forth thing that I went through on my own, because I was like, is it bad that I want more, or like I think I can do more?
Mhm.
And then I came across this quote. I don't remember who said it or where I saw it. Probably Facebook or Instagram, because that's what I use the most.
Mhm.
But it was like, contentment is not the same as wanting to be stagnant.
Yeah, true.
Um,
True, true,
and
true.
then that's when it hit me. That's when it hit me. I was like, okay, if contentment doesn't mean you want to be stagnant, what is contentment? And then parang again, I these are not my original thoughts. They are highly influenced by things I've seen online by other people.
Mhm.
But this is now how I like to think about it. I think of contentment as not um not a state of not wanting more for yourself, but a state of being okay with what you already have. And in the sense that if I were to be gone by tomorrow, would I be content with the life that I lived? That's really how I see it now, especially kasi medyo scary talaga ang times ngayon. Um, and I would really reflect like, is this life okay? And my answer now, at least, and I'm thankful that my answer is
Mhm.
yes still. But that doesn't mean that I don't think I can live a better life or I can do more in my life or within whatever
Mhm.
time I have, right?
Yeah.
And I feel like we really have to draw the line because it can get very uh interesting when people start to say, "Oh, don't be content." Because then that to me is like, don't be happy with what you already have. Don't be appreciative of what you
Mhm.
have. And I feel like it just twists the narrative a bit. Na parang yun nga, you can't enjoy where you are and still hope for a better life. I
Mhm.
really feel like you can do both at the same time,
Mhm.
as long as it doesn't have a negative impact on your well-being and also the well-being of others. And
Yeah.
so that's how I see it right now. And I really love that you brought up that article. That's why I really wanna read it
Yeah.
after this
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
because
Di ba,
I feel like it's
nasend ko
so
na siya sa'yo.
interesting to
Yeah,
think about, right?
nasend ko na siya sa'yo. Yeah. And
Oh,
I
nice.
agree. Yeah. Kasi when it comes to contentment naman talaga, yung tipong it's not about talaga, it's not being stagnant. That's why I'm happy with what I have right now in life. So that's why I am doing my best, pushing
Mhm.
myself so that I can maintain kung ano yung meron ako ngayon. Because maintenance takes
Mhm.
care. Yun ang hindi rin nakikita ng karamihan. That's why
Oh, yeah.
that's why
True.
I love what you said na dapat you need to have a sense of high level of self-awareness para maintindihan yung pinagsasabi natin. Parang sinasabi natin na, wow, if hindi ka aware sa
Wait,
sarili mo.
hindi naman.
Joke lang.
Wait,
Joke
wait
lang.
lang. No, that's not what I meant.
Joke lang naman. Relax na. Relax na. Relax lang.
Don't come for me, please.
Nah, that's okay naman. Relax lang. Ano kasi, ayun nga, sadly, hindi yun nakikita ng mga tao na they don't realize yung the contentment na nararamdaman nila ngayon takes maintenance. It takes care in order for you
Yeah.
to have that level of contentment na meron ka pa rin. And, ang tawag na to, what I love doon sa sinabi mo kanina is that yung tipong we still, ano tawag na to? You need to have a level of awareness kasi if you don't have a level of awareness, you won't know kung sumusobra ka na ba talaga or hindi. Kasi isa din sa mga nagbasa kasi ako ng mga comments ng ibang tao regarding dun sa article or sa research kasi nung
Oh.
first reading ko hindi ko siya naintindihan ng lubusan.
Mhm.
So parang that's why nag-argue ako na people always notice the extremes kasi ang isang example doon ng isang commenter, let's say for example a person gets into an accident. If
Uh-huh.
the person that got into an accident biglang na-notice na nabali yung braso niya, diba, I think
Mhm.
the first response would be to go to the hospital, right? Kasi
Yeah.
you notice the pain, you notice the extreme na sakit. And case in point, if another person got into an accident tapos it only resulted to a shoulder sprain, parang yun lang yung naramdaman niya. Hindi noticeable yung pain pero the discomfort was bearable. That person will not go to the hospital. And
Uh-huh.
as time passes, that pain manifests itself to the point na minsan nagiging extreme pa yung damage sa katawan ng taong na aksidente nang hinayaan niya lang magstay yung discomfort na yun rather than going to the hospital the moment na nakaramdam siya ng pain. That's
Yeah.
why people always notice the extremes kasi the first sign of discomfort na they think na bearable sa kanila, they will just let it be. They will ignore it until it blossoms or until it blooms into something detrimental na sa tao. That's why may mga taong nagbubulag-bulagan sa relationships. That's why may mga tao na nakala natin tanga for staying in an abusive family. That's because they think they see themselves as someone na ay bearable pa naman yung offense na yan. So unless something extreme happens, they will stay in that level of comfortably numb until something extreme pushes them out of it.
Mhm.
That's why I
Oh my
find
God.
I find the research so intriguing and scary at the same time because it is actually happening. That's why
Right.
parang students are not studying well enough because they see that ay tolerable naman yung tolerable lang naman yung ganitong discomfort ng recitation kasi ang kapalit naman nito ay makakagraduate ako. While having that mindset, ini-ignore nila the core essence of education, which is to learn something beyond what is being taught sa classroom. You just
Mm-hmm.
focus on how you see the discomfort, whether you can handle it or not. If you cannot handle the discomfort, saka lang tayo umaalma. But every time we can handle the discomfort, sige lang, sige lang. That's why we are in this comfortably numb state. That's why we are afraid to push ourselves even more unless something pushes us out of it. That's why minsan mas gusto nating nagtatrabaho ng oras de peligro sa deadline kasi nakikita mo yung
Oh
extreme
my
situation.
gosh. Oh my gosh, yeah.
Yung tipong, meron pang, 3 araw pa yan. Okay lang naman. So, tapos
Mhm.
every time na nandun ka na sa malapit, you will see the extreme of what will happen if hindi mo siya inayos. That's why, saka mo siya gagawin. But before that, we don't notice that kind of, because we are in that state of comfortably numb. It's scary
Oh
at the
my
same time.
gosh.
Ganun siya. That's why it's either you maintain what you have right now or something else pushes you out of it.
My mind is blown. Oh my gosh, I feel like this is the most insightful conversation we've ever had.
Given sa daming conversations na natin, no?
Oh my gosh, no, like oh my gosh, I remember so many people.
Mm-mm.
It's like we tend to wait until we have no choice but to deal with the problem in
Yes,
front of us.
exactly. That's
Oh my
it.
gosh.
Nag-aak lang tayo when we have no choice, but at the very
My
beginning,
God.
we already have a choice. Sadyang hindi lang natin siya ginawa because we see it as something na bearable parang sa atin.
Oh my gosh.
Mm.
My mind is so blown right now.
Kasalanan ito ni Roy. Hoy, Roy. Kung nakikinig ka, kasalanan mo to.
Grabe, ang layo ng narating ng conversation natin. But, oh my God.
Yeah, that's actually what. Well, again, this is just our own
Okay.
conversation. So if you're the one sa listeners natin, it's up to you if whether you want to believe it or not. But at least it's
Yeah, or
one
maybe you guys have your own thoughts about
Yeah.
it. But I feel like it's such an interesting to think about. I don't think I've ever tried talking about this with other people.
Ooh,
Wow.
I think that's a compliment. That's a compliment din. Kasi maraming
It
madami
is.
nang dami makakarinig nito.
Oh my gosh, I'm out of words right now, man.
That's okay.
Oh.
Nakaka-speechless din talaga siya. Ako rin, nung na-realize ko yun, sabi ko, no. Kasi kaya siguro mahilig ako mag-procrastinate lagi dati. That's why I
Same.
always put hold things. Kasi, yung
Yeah.
tipong, tolerable pa naman to sa akin. So, diyang, na-realize ko nga na
Oh my God.
nag-decide ako mag-workout noon because no choice na. Wala na akong ibang magawa. I'm bored out of my mind. I was put in that state na kung saan I could have started earlier. I could have started way sooner.
Right.
But since I'm in that level of comfortability, hindi ko siya ginawa. Yeah,
Wow.
it makes sense. So, but you should you use it as a principle in life? We don't think so. Depende naman din yan sa'yo. But
Depends, I guess.
yeah, but at least it's something for the listeners to consider din, di ba? So yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
So I guess how do we close this episode? How do we close
I
this?
have no more words to say.
Yeah, ako
I'm
rin.
legit just pondering on everything right
Yeah.
now.
I would just love to absorb na lang din kung ano yung mga actually nasabi mo rin yung pinag-aano ko na lately na yung sa pagiging stagnant. Yeah.
Mhm.
It's very comforting to be stagnant. You don't take risk. You take no pain. But sad at the same time, you feel no joy din. You just stay neutral.
Yeah.
Diba? Sometimes it's comforting.
Yeah.
That feeling is very comforting. Because if you feel too much happiness, you feel na may malulungkot ka. And obviously, we all are afraid of pain. So, yeah, being stagnant sucks. Pero it's comforting. That's why people do it. Yan lang naman.
Yeah. I saw this quote tapos it was like, your comfort zone is such a nice place, but growth doesn't happen there.
Yeah, true. May mga ganong
Oh my
case.
gosh.
May mga ganong
I'm
case.
so shocked right now. That was so fun. I love it. I'm gonna read this article. Like I downloaded it na.
Okay na,
It's
na-download mo na siya.
yeah,
I sent it to you.
yeah.
It's a very
You're
good study.
cool.
It's a this article, it's a research,
Oh
psychological
yeah,
research
sorry.
siya. Yeah,
Research.
it's a
Sorry.
psychological research and super ganda niya. You can
When was this
apply.
released?
Hmm?
When was this
I
released
don't know
or
the date,
published?
but na-discover ko lang siya sa episode ni Joe Rogan sa
Oh
Reels, sa
wow.
Reels or Instagram Shorts, parang mga ganun. Doon ko nakita yan, yung paradox of regional beta paradox. Tas ni-research ko yung asan yung research na tinutukoy niya. Tas yun na. Na-found ko siya.
Cool. Thank you for sharing it. Wow.
And sa mga
This is
listeners,
cool.
please do listen to this episode. And also listen to
Yeah.
Roy. Roy, kasalanan mo na naman to, Roy. Joke lang. Joke lang. But yeah, we thank you so much for trusting us ni Iza in reacting to your episode. It was such a sweet, short, and yet meaningful message para sa ating mga listeners na kung saan if you really want something, you have to be prepared to do something about it and not just waiting for it to
Mhm.
happen. So yeah, thank you so much, Roy. And thank you, Iza, ulit for this conversation na
Always a pleasure.
yeah. So sa mga listeners natin, please do listen to Iza's podcast, the
Oh my gosh.
best podcast in the
I
Philippines.
can't believe that's still how you
Equipped.
mentioned it.
Oh, of course. I think hindi yan mawawala.
Oh my
You can
gosh.
listen to the best podcast in the Philippines, equipped in game and in live on
Their
Spotify.
expectations might not be met, but okay.
And also feel free to subscribe also to Chill Talks podcast on Spotify, Facebook, and
Yeah.
everything else. So this is your host, PJ, and we will see you all on the next one. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.